What do my party people, is Veepz and I'm back again with another video. Sorry it's been a minute, but I've been trying to get my life together because aside from doing this YouTube shit I need to make some motherfucking money. So I've been looking for a new job and all that. I cannot hear a damn thing because I've had like some earache for about a week. I just went doctors, got some ear spray, and now my ear's clogged up, so it's all a bit mad. If I'm shouting, it's because I can't hear myself. I put a poll on Instagram and I said that the next video is either going to be Ask Veepz 5 or Life Lessons, and everyone voted for Life Lessons, so here we are. Although I've learned a lot of things in this year and in the past couple years, there are 5 things that I've split it into 5 key lessons, but you're going to pick up some other stuff on the way. Well, I hope so, if you're paying attention and taking note of what I'm saying, because at the end of the day I just want everyone to be the best person they can fucking be in this world. If all of us reach our heightened selves and don't just limit ourselves to our insecurities and the fears of our own and fears we've inherited from our parents that they've passed down through us, this world can be a better place. And as cheesy as it sounds, it's really as simple as that. When you think of all the tragedies in this world, it all boils down to selfishness, insecurity, and just a lot of negative type of describing words. So yeah, let's fucking do it. So number 5, we'll count down. So number 5 is practice non-attachment. As humans, it's like we're conditioned to sort of attach to things and latch on and make these things sort of part of us. This includes our clothes, the people we have in our lives, friends, family, the jobs that we go for. All of these things, we sort of become attached to them and make them sort of part of us. So when things don't go right with them, we internalize it. I think for me personally, my non-attachment is more so regarding people and people who I've dated and people who I've had relationships with, because I've been a little bitch and I haven't been able to break up in situations when it's been a fucking shit show. Do you know what I mean? Other people are unable to define you. If you got stripped of everything that you have, all your money, all of your clothes, all of your friends, all of your family, you would still be your damn self. So there's no point getting attached to anything, including family, especially family, I would say, because obviously these were the first people that we ever knew. We put a lot of trust in them and a lot of respect for them. But at the same time, they're still just fucking human beings. And in fact, they're just strangers who share the same blood as you. I don't feel like my family know me at all. So basically, don't get attached to anything, because family die, friends die, or they go away, they do their own thing. Don't get attached to anything that's not yourself, basically. And even in that saying, our bodies are just loaned to us, and if your soul and your spirit was in another person, you'd still be fucking you regardless of what you look like. That's my opinion anyway. But a psychologist, that's the wrong word, a philosopher, that's it. A philosopher may argue otherwise, but we're not doing that, so whatever. But yeah, don't be afraid to let things go when they no longer serve a purpose in your life. And it may seem harsh, but a lot of people do it. There are people who I've had in my life who have felt no way just getting rid of me like it's nothing, even if I've cared about them. I need to apply that same energy to my life, because clearly they realised that I stopped serving a purpose in their life, and I need to realise when people stop serving purposes in my own life. And then aside from that, thinking about things that you're addicted to, so like you're shopping or going to the gym excessively or smoking or drugs or whatever it is that your addiction is, because when you rely on it, you're sort of like, you're making it part of you. And this is why it's so easy to fall into states of depression and things like that, because when you start making things part of you, whether it's drugs, clothes or things, and when you don't have them or don't have the ability to attain them, that's when you start feeling low, feeling shit, start to feel insecure about yourself. But if you don't have attachment to these things, they can come and go in and out of your life and you would be unaffected no matter way. It's okay to accept things that come into your life at the same time as being able to let them go and understand that that's fine, that changes nothing, it affects me in no way, but it's gonna do me good. It's done, it's bit and done. It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off from whatever that motherfucking bitch is. That bitch is gender neutral, and motherfucking doesn't even have to apply to a person. It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off if you have to. Number 4, face your trauma. We all have trauma. I would say that a lot of trauma stems from when we was a lot younger. You may not even think about it or have thought about it, but these things carry on into your adult life and dictate the things you do, the way you interact with people, how you feel about yourself. It's usually the thing that is stopping you from reaching your highest potential. So for me personally, I know my trauma is feelings of insecurity about myself, the way I look, the way I dress, and this has come from definitely from family and just general public. For example, growing up and, you know, I'd go there in a suit and somebody's like, oh, why are you dressing like this? You're a girl, you're not a boy, blah, blah, blah. Or like when somebody on the street misgenders me, or I've been accused of being in the wrong toilets and shit like that. Stuff that really, like, even at the time, even if I brush it off, I've now realised that I haven't all the way brushed it off. So now in my adult life, I'm very much aware of the ways that I know now that I'm very sensitive, and I do take these things in and I do take these things to heart. So I'm now more wary about the people that I keep around and the things they say. So in going back to the non-attachment thing, it's easier for me to cut people off if I need to, because I understand that they're adding to my trauma or they're creating different kinds of traumas. On top of that, so with that insecurity that I had, it meant that I was getting into a lot of relationships, literally back to back to back to back, with people that I didn't even want to be in relationships with. And at the time I was treating them like trash because I was insecure with myself. And all I was looking for was somebody to love me for who I was. That's literally it. I wanted somebody who accepted me as a masculine presenting woman and still saw me as a woman and accepted that. So all I needed was that, and that was enough, kind of thing. And obviously you had to at least look a bit half decent, you know what I'm saying? I need to at least fancy you a little bit, but I didn't ask for much else. As a result of that, I was getting into these relationships and then just being a motherfucking dickhead. Like, before my last relationship, so circa mid 2016, from about 2012 to mid 2016, those relationships there, I was just being unfaithful for the most part. The moment that things didn't sit right with me, I was ready to go and find somebody else. The moment I didn't feel that I was being loved or whatever, I was ready to move on. So instead of cutting these people off and just saying, hey, look, I don't feel like blah, 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 or just generally talking about my issues, a lot of things could have been sorted out if I just opened my fucking mouth, but I wasn't able to. But now I understand that if I don't, it's only going to end terribly, and then I'm going to go do some fuck shit. Or I won't, because I definitely didn't open my mouth in my last relationship and I still didn't cheat, which I should have, but we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, so like now in my relationship now, I'm in a healthy relationship where I'm able to express myself and my feelings, any insecurities, any downsides, and so is she, because I'm in a place where I understand myself and my traumas, and I know I've seen my worst. So, and I never want to be that person again because it's not productive. I don't want to be out there cheating on motherfuckers. It's not beneficial to me at all. So now I've been able to go back to some of these people that I've dated and apologise for my behaviour whilst I was with them. But yeah, face your trauma, identify what it is that makes you a shitty human being, and act accordingly to that, if that makes sense. Like, use it, identify it, figure out the problem, and figure out a way that you're going to fix it moving forward so that you're not displaying those same behaviours. That's how you grow as a human being and how you grow as a person. The person I am today is not the same person that I was back in 2012 or whatever. As I was saying, I wasn't able to talk to people about things, so a lot of my videos that I did in that time frame, which you lot loved the most, were actually things that I hadn't been saying to people to their faces, or I didn't feel like they were taking in what I was saying, so I made a video about it. For example, how to be a good side chick. This was still somebody who I knew who was being a side chick. I was telling her that she needs to act right. She didn't want to hear what I had to say, and so I made the video. There we are. Fun fact. Point number 3. Trust your intuitions and feel your fear. So for me, I'll be like in a situation where I'm going up to a queue, and I'm like, there's 2 lines, which one should I go in? And I'll look at a line and I'll be like, yeah, go in that one, and then I won't. I'll go stand in the other one, and I'm like, damn, I really should have just stood in the line that I should have gone in the first place. If I had listened to my intuitions, I wouldn't be pissed off right now. Even when I think about people I dated that I knew I shouldn't have, if I just listened to my gut when we knew this shit wasn't going to work out, but we went for it anyway, and now we're standing here like a dickhead. It comes with everything. It comes with jobs, people you talk to, just any interactions that you have with the outside world. if you're not trusting your gut and following your heart and what feels right, it's always going to feel a bit off. So trust your intuitions, even if you have fears based on what your intuition is telling you what to do. Go for it anyway. Just do it. All this anxiety, all of that is going to be nothing in the long run. There's so many times when I've been scared about things and I haven't gone for things and I'm like, I really should have just done it, because what's the worst that could happen? Even if my intuition tells me to do something and then it doesn't go how I expected it to do, there's a reason why I did that and why it didn't go the way I wanted it to. And that's for me to learn in time. Everything happens for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences at all. Just trust yourself a lot more. And I think once you've done things like address your trauma, start practicing non-attachment, it's easier for you to trust your intuitions because you trust yourself. I will also say though that when it comes to your intuitions, trust them when you're in a place of sound mind. There's times when I'm in my lows and I can't listen to the voices in my head because they're being negative Nancy and I don't need to be following negative Nancy. But when fucking Happy Sally's about, we're going with Happy Sally. I know we all get, well, I don't know, a lot of people get quite anxious about things. You start making shit up that's not even real in your head. Nip it in the bud, catch it, because all of these things that are, I don't even want to call them illnesses because I don't even think they are, because I feel like they're brief moments in time. You're not defined by any mental illnesses that you may have or whatever. When we get into these places of depression and anxiety because of things like our life traumas and the fears that other people have placed on us, like our parents and our families. So it's important to take control of situations. When you're in the lowest of low moments, there will always be that part of you that's like, get the fuck up and do what you need to do. And in those moments, get the fuck up and do what you need to do. Don't listen to that part of you that's like, no, I just want to lay here in my sadness with the lights off, watching Netflix, and like, you know, Netflix is asking, do you want to continue watching? You say no. You say no, you get your ass up and you get shit done. When I say feel the fear, if it scares you, go and do it, because there's a reason why it scares you, and you shouldn't allow fear to manifest into your life, because what is fear really and truly? What are we really scared of? Nothing. Like even small things like me thinking about countries I want to go to and then being gay and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, well, I could die there. But I could also not, because there are people who live there who are also gay and they're still fucking alive. Why am I scared for? What's the worst that can fucking happen? And if I'm supposed to die, or if all these negative things are supposed to happen, so the fuck what? Life isn't always going to be positive, but you will always learn something from it. There's always something positive you can take from it. So just go and do whatever it is that your heart is telling you to do. Even if it scares you, just go and do it. Trust your gut. Trust that you are amazing and you will be able to do whatever you want to do. And whilst we're on that note, point number 2 is believe in your source. The one thing you need to remember is there is nobody on this earth who is you. Even if you're an identical twin, that person is not you. The way you look is not you. It's who you are on the inside. The things that you believe in, the things that you're skillful in. And even if you feel that you don't have skills, everybody has a fucking skill. Whether it's talking, whether it's writing, whether it is looking at things and saying, yeah, that's wrong. Looking at this and saying, that's right. Building, whatever it is your skill is, everybody has a skill. And don't think that just because you can't film or do graphic design or do events or do something that's considered creative doesn't mean you don't have a skill. Believe in your source, and once you believe that you're an amazing person, you will start to even open your mind to the skills that you haven't even thought about. One thing I would say you should do is visualize the end goal. Where do you see yourself in 10 years time, 20 years time, 5 years time, next year? I would start small. Think about what you're going to be doing in the next 3 months. Think about where you want to be in the next 6 months, and then go to a year. I would say create vision boards. I've never created one myself because I'm just a bit lazy. But what I do is I write things down, like things I want to achieve, things I want to do, because I'm visual, but I don't need pictures necessarily. Sometimes I can just see the words and it's fine because I can visualize it from there. But whatever it is that works for you, write it down. Think about what steps you need to take today to get you to that place in whatever the time frame is, and be clear with what you want and speak positively about the things that you want. And when I say that, I mean, don't say I don't want to attract so and so, because the moment you say these things, those are the things that you're going to attract. So rather than saying I don't want to attract somebody who's going to treat me like a dickhead, say I'm deserving of love and I attract people who love, respect, and treat me how I would like to be treated. And you can go into detail about how you like to be treated, but be specific and be positive in all the things that you put in your vision board, in your vision, in your affirmations, or whatever it is that you do. Even if you just take some time out in the beginning of the day to just visualize your 10-year goal or your 6-month goal, do that. Do whatever it takes for you to believe in the source that's within you, because we've all got it in different ways. And just being you, just by being you, you're fucking amazing. Do you know that? You are amazing, and never forget that, and nobody can ever take that away from you. It's up to you to decide that, and it's up to you to make sure that everybody sees that and feels that energy from you. That's why it's important for you to go inside, reach in to find all the trash that's inside of us, because we're all a bit trash, and rid yourself of all of it. All of the baggage, all of the disgusting things, all of the horrible thoughts that we have about ourselves. Rid yourselves of them, because the power is in your hands and nobody else can make you feel better about yourself. Believe in yourself and trust yourself. And I know another thing that I've been dealing with is imposter syndrome, because I feel like I'm doing stuff and I'm like, I'm good, but am I that good? And what if people find out that I'm not as great as maybe I feel? You know, all of those insecurities I have about myself. For example, I do graphic design. I see flyers out there that are absolute fucking trash. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the most amazing... Well, maybe I am the most amazing graphic designer in the world. In fact, I am the most amazing graphic designer in the world. And I just need to believe that. And I think this year I've learned that that is something that I want to do, and that's a path that I want to go down. So I've spent time eliminating my imposter syndrome by upskilling, learning new things, going into the graphic design world and researching more and looking at how people are designing and things like that, and upskilling. And that's how I've got better at what I do. So then I don't feel that anybody could come and tell me, oh, you're not really a graphic designer, are you? Or what skills do you have? And da da da. There are so many fucking flyers out there that are so trash. I see them, I'm like, somebody paid for this, but my work is better. You know what I mean? Believe in your source. Believe that nobody is better than you. And when you, but don't be arrogant. Don't be arrogant about it. Just go out there and push the energy out there that you are amazing, and other people, you will attract people who feel that you're amazing too. Believe in your source. Believe in it, because we all have it. And the final point number 1, is love yourself. This is probably the hardest thing to do, to love yourself, because in the world that we live in, especially now where everything is on social media and you're looking at other people and you start to put yourself down about things, if you don't love yourself, like RuPaul says, if you don't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? It all starts with you, and the love that you get. Okay, let's even take it back even further. Think about the most horriblest person you've ever met in your life and how they've treated you. People treat other people how they treat themselves, or how they view themselves, or how they've been treated in the past. Either way, it's got nothing to do with you. If you're in a situation where you love yourself, you're content with yourself, you practice non-attachment, you've addressed all your traumas, you're comfortable, nobody can ever tell you nothing about you. Nobody can ever make you feel small. Nobody can make you feel anything, because you don't have those insecurities anymore. Loving yourself is ridding yourself of insecurities. And even if it's things like, do you know what, yeah, I got a big fucking forehead. Like right now, I got this fucking scar here because I had a dry nose and I was picking it off, and I didn't want to record a video because I was like, this fucking ugly dark mark on my face. But I'm sure you lot didn't even notice that. That's my own insecurity that I have about this mark, because I'm used to having my baby smooth, clear skin. Look at me looking at myself, gorgeous, love it, yes. Learning to love yourself is a process, especially when you're still learning about your traumas and trying to dissect your trash behaviours and all of that. Don't put yourself down. I do this a lot. It's something that I'm working on. In the process of me addressing my traumas and dissecting my trash behaviour, I've spent a lot of time putting myself down, like, oh, why did I allow this person to treat me like this? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? But what's the point? I'm only minimising myself for things that have already fucking happened. Why feel shit about something that's already happened? I just need to love myself and say, okay, do you know what? We fucked up, but how are we going to move forward, and how are we not going to do that again? How are we going to show ourselves that we love ourselves? Because when you love yourself, you won't hurt other people, you won't put other people down, you won't even have energy to listen. There'll be times when I'll see a tweet and I want to cuss somebody out, but I'm like, what is that going to gain? Nothing at all. Delete the tweet. When you love yourself, all of the other things that I've said will sort of follow through. You won't even have to think about practicing non-attachment, because you love yourself so much that you're not even going to allow any sort of bullshit to come into your little force field of happiness. Do you know what I mean? When you love yourself, all of these traumas and things, you're able to even see them because you understand, okay, something isn't right. I'm in tune with myself and I can see that something isn't sitting right here. So how are we going to fix it? When you love yourself, you're able to believe in your source because you believe that you're worthy of the things that you want in life, and you believe that you're amazing and you want to improve yourself. You want to be even better. You know what? Right now I'm fucking amazing, but I can't wait till I'm just even more fucking amazing, and then even more amazing, and even more amazing. Do you get what I'm saying? Love yourself, because it's hard sometimes, especially when you've got all these insecurities and anxieties and you're going through depression and you're going through all of these mental health problems that you may have. But the only thing you can do in life is love yourself, because nobody's going to love you as much as you love yourself. Not your mum, not your wife, not your boyfriend, not your kids. Nobody's going to love you as much as you love yourself. And if you love yourself, you just become a better human being. You become an embodiment of love. You're able to love people, you're able to give love, you're able to just do nice things and not even think about why I'm doing them. You don't have to receive anything back from doing nice things for other people. Do you know what I'm saying? You just become a better citizen as a human being because you love yourself. You don't tolerate bullshit. You stand up for people who aren't in a position to love themselves or aren't in a state where they do love themselves yet. I know, coming from an African background, it's hard to talk about your mental health things that are going on in your head, things that are driving you crazy. But what you need to understand is that getting it out is better than keeping it in within yourself, because when you're keeping it in within yourself, you're only hurting yourself. And why would you want to hurt yourself if you love yourself? See what I mean? So they come off the back of each other. When you love yourself, it'll be easier for you to overcome a lot of these mental health states that we get ourselves into or have had for many years, caused by traumas, caused by whatever it is, other people's insecurities and fears and things like that. But when you love yourself, you literally don't allow anything to disrupt you from becoming the highest being of yourself. So yeah, learn to love yourself. And if you don't know how to do that, or if you want assistance, read books, go on YouTube. There's all of these resources that teach you all of these things. In fact, I'm going to show you this book because, on God, yeah, I read this book. Okay, it's backwards, but whatever. See, because it's arse, it doesn't sound right, but You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. Get this book. And also, my friend said, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Apparently that's a great book too, but I haven't read it. But that one, I'm telling you, it just changed my whole thought process and it just put me in a better place. And even though I know it's all about me, it's nice to get things like that to help direct your thought process in positive ways that are going to benefit you. Love yourself like your life depends on it, because it literally does. When you don't love yourself, that's when you start doing harmful things to yourself, whether it's taking in harmful substances, having harmful people around you, just doing shit that's not productive for yourself or to where you want to be in life. Because when you love yourself, nobody can come and tell you nothing. Nobody can force you to go and do things that don't fit right in your spirit. You'll be so in tune with yourself that when your intuitions will be stronger, you'll be able to identify things that you need to cut off. You'll be able to identify, like, basically all I'm saying is, I could have really just did a 1-minute video and said love yourself, because fuck it. But you know, I just thought I'd go through all of these things and let you understand that you're not alone at these things. This is all just a process for me. I'm still learning how to love myself. I'm still learning how to practice non-attachment. I'm still learning, but I'm aware now. I'm aware of these things. I'm aware of the things that I need to do. Be aware of yourself, because we are our own enemies of progress, you know? Love yourself, because it's worth it. It's always worth it. If anything I addressed in this video you don't understand, or you want me to go in further, or you want some book recommendations, I literally have a pile of books by my bed that are helping me with my mental and helping me to love myself and helping me to find my purpose and understand myself a bit better. So if you want any assistance with that, or you need somebody to talk to, holler at me. I've always, from the moment I started YouTube, I've always said that my inbox is open, my email address is down there, you can find me on social media, you can holler at me. I'm here for you, I'm here for everyone. I don't think we should be alone. We're all on this earth together, so we might as well build a community and love each other as well as we love ourselves. So yeah, if you need me, call me, no matter where I am, no matter how far, baby, I got you in it. So yeah, that's it really. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you loved it, favourite it, share it. Make sure that you subscribe and click the little bell thing. Follow me on social media. Everything's Veepa Lestat, as you should already know. Drop me an email for Veepz. I've got some great questions. You can email me or just drop me a DM on Twitter or what's the other one, Instagram, because I know you motherfuckers are too lazy to open up your email app, but we'll open up Instagram, but whatever. So yeah, drop me some questions for Ask Veepz, probably going to be my next vid. What else do I say on the outro? Nothing. Alright, cool. And I'm out this bitch. Peace.